You feel when you post something in the moment, but you look back at it later, you're like, what the flip was I thinking, bro? Oh man, that's today's video. Posting things in the moment, and yeah, just relationships actually, and why we post it in the moment. Well, at least my observation with myself. So cool. I'ma put this in a story. Um, be very vulnerable here. I had this person very close to me, you know, very close person, talked every day and everything. And I'm gonna reference this with the graphic actually, because that's what I posted. So this graphic first starts off with jealousy. Now, I knew this person for a good time, and I'm pretty sure that every time you have a good relationship with someone, you kind of get jealous when they interact with other people. It's like, man, you my homie. I just don't want y'all talking to other people because, bro, you're my homie. Like, we have a bond together. And I expressed that to them, and they expressed it to me. Well, they first expressed it to me, and then I expressed it to them. So, you know, considering fast forward now that we don't really talk as often, we don't hate each other or anything. It's just, I think it just kind of fell off. And yeah. So I still kind of carry that habit. Habits are really not like habits and feelings is not something you can easily let go of. But yeah, you know, I felt since we don't really talk and everything, I feel and they're a very social person. I remember we were arguing actually. We were arguing about how I don't like it when they interact with certain type of people. Not just people, but certain type of people, and that irritated me, and I expressed it to them, but they told me that, hey, I can't sit down for days on end doing actually nothing. I need to talk to people. I need to interact with people. At the time I didn't get it, but now I get it. So the fact that we're not really talking anymore and they being social and everything, it's like, damn, you know. And that translates into my fear of losing them, losing value in my life, and me like me losing value in their life. You know, considering that we interacted every day, it was like, bro, like I'm losing you, man. Like, you know, which is okay to have. It's a habit, you know. Sometimes you have to think of human interactions and friendships as habits, because as you spend time with your friend every day, and for them to basically disappear, that's not my situation, but I'm putting an example, them just randomly disappearing, it would throw you off. But yeah, that translated into fear of losing them and losing value in their life and my life, because it's like you carried so much in my life, and you not being there to hold that value is unfathomable. And that turned into anger, because it's like, why? One thing I've noticed is when you're angry emotionally, not like my mom pissed me off because she did this. No, long time anger is stemmed from questions. The reason why you're so angry is because you don't have answers to your why. It frustrates you, and that translates into anger. And for me, I had a lot of why they did certain things, why they're not talking anymore, why. No, I'm sure they even noticed how many questions I was asking during that era of detachment, I can say, that we had, you know. But yeah, this was a graphic, and I posted this graphic that I'm explaining. I posted, and I know they pretty much saw it, because I followed it up with a apology note, which is kind of like targeted to them, but in a sense not. because I was apologizing to a lot of people. It was a sorry note. It was an apology note in a form of a graphic, which I made sure to make it pretty clear. I'm not gonna display it because it was apologizing to the people closest in my life. And you know, at the moment, it felt reasonable to post. Felt good to post it. I analyzed it. I clocked it and everything. It felt good to post. Obviously, I woke up this morning and I'm like, what the flip did I post? You know. But then again, this goes to show live in the present. And how does this translate also into relationships? How this translates into relationships, I'm gonna tangent off to the posting and talk about relationships. Why I told the story is I still carry their habits even though we don't communicate a lot. I miss them because I still have the habits and we're not on a wrong foot. So it's like I miss you. You're still in my life. You know, I still have your habits. Oh, I made that. Yeah, the reason why I'm saying this is because I made that graphic. I did a. I'm doing a project where every day I make a graphic for how I felt that day, and that day I missed them so much. I genuinely articulated why I missed them so much and why I had so many emotions. And put that into a graphic. It was jealousy, it was fear, it was anger, and in the bottom you can see it says the fear of losing the one I love. And yeah, that relationship, it's okay to have tendencies from other people even though they're not necessarily in your life anymore, because people have a tendency of thinking just because I cut you off everything must go. And something as us human beings don't fathom is human beings are social creatures. Everything you every interaction you had, you translated into life. I'm sorry if I'm like really burpy and taking my chin back. I ate like something before I filmed this, so like my stomach is bubbling and everything. But yeah, as social human beings, you carry a lot of things from interactions, and your neighbor next door that used to be your best friend, who you used to, play fighting games with. Y'all no longer talk or on good terms, but you still love fighting games because that's your interaction with them. You translated it into yourself. It's a part of you, and that's okay. That's why I made that graphic. I miss them. I still have their tendencies. I still have advice they told me and the conversations we had, and that's okay. I made something to translate that and everything. And that turns around into posting for the moment. Okay, cool. If you post something depressing and you're like, bro, what the flip? You know, yeah, it's okay to delete it, but I'm talking in not regretting things you did in the moment because it translates into where you are now. And we all have those days. I hate saying this, but it's so corny. It's like so overused by other YouTubers. Like when you flipping sit in your room and your mind decides to play top 10 most awkward situations. It's awkward, it's cringy, the title, but also the experience. But that's what happened in the moment. That's what shaped you today, whether it was to fix that mistake or, you know, it still sticks with you, but it kind of, yeah, kind of, it sticks with you, but it kind of shaped who you are. If I said that, yeah, then I said that. And yeah, we are human beings who take every interaction with us, and that's whether it's relationships or posting in the moment. You need to be okay with the present. What you posted last night was what you felt in the present, and that's okay. It's okay. It's awkward, it's cringy. Your homies may make fun of you for it, but that's how you felt in the moment. And that's where we lose expression as human beings because we think about the future so much. Oh, how would I feel if I post this? Just post it, bro. If you don't like it, you always have the option to take it down, but that's how you felt in the moment. it released a certain chemical in your brain, whether it's serotonin, dopamine, that stress hormone starts with a C. I forgot, but it released something in your brain in that moment, and that's okay. That's what we need to realize about living in the moment. Now I'm talking like I'm experienced, like yeah, I live in the moment. Nah, I literally took down a post because I didn't. I over thought about it, how people would think about it, and the person I thought was gonna receive it well they didn't like the post, and I took it down because they didn't like it, because I thought so much. Oh yeah, I kind of created so they can like it, and they didn't like it, and I'm not experienced in that department, but that experience leads to me making this video because that's how I felt in the moment. A lot of things in the moment needs to be translated. You need, or at least like, if you did something cringy in the moment, it's gonna translate into something better. A lot of things in life get better, although we miss it a lot because we're so stuck up in whether the past or the future that we kind of miss progress. And the only times we see it is through photos or stories or talking to your homie or something, you know? But yeah, live in the moment.